Hello friends, today we will discuss TCS NQT coding questions which was asked in 19 February. So friends, the questions was like this. You are given a number n, you need to find the nth number whose prime factors includes 1, 2, 3 in the range 1 to 10 to the power 3 inclusive. If you are given a number 7, then output will be 8 because 1 includes 1, 2 includes 2, 3 includes 3 because the prime factors of 3 are 3 and 1, so we can write it 3. So 4 includes 2 and 2, and 5 includes 5, 6 includes 3 and 2, 8 includes 2, 2, 2. So see friends, here the 1 satisfy the condition that it includes only 1. So here is 1 present. So 1 satisfy the condition. Similarly 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are satisfied the conditions that this includes 1, 2, 3 and 5. But the 7, number 7, the number 7 does not includes 1, 2, 3, 5. It includes only 7 and 1. So that's why this is not satisfied the condition. That's why this is not be included in our array. So the next 8 includes 2, 2, 2. So that's why it is included in our array. So you will be given a number. So suppose here the input is 7. So 7 is the position. So 7 is the position. So the output will be 8. So in our 7 position the output is 8. So this is the 1 position, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. In the 7 position the output is 8. So our output will be 8. So that was the problem. So now we will solve the problem using C++ language. So first of all we will just write the format of the code as include with standard C++ .h using namespace standard main. So there is only one input, so int n and scene n. So we'll just output the cout. We'll write a function prime factor. It's prime factor FACTOR prime factor, and we will pass the number n. So here we will write the same function prime factor. Here is integer n. Okay, first we will declare an array of size n because we will store the prime factors which satisfied the conditions. So the array is a and the size of the array is n. Okay, so next we will by using a for loop. Okay, for int I equals to 1 and for int I equals to 1, I less than equals to 1k, I plus plus, and for each iteration we'll store the number in a temporary variable. So let's say it is num variable. So we'll store, and every time we'll check the number if the num is divided by 2 or not. If num is completely divided by 2, so then we will divide the num variable and store it into the num. Okay, so this is the one condition. So second condition was while num percentile 3 equals to 0, num by equals to 3. So similarly we will do the same for number 5. While num percentile 5 equals to 0, we'll just divide it by 5 and store it into the num. So we'll check here if the num is completely divided. If num equals to 1, okay, so suppose our input is, so okay, suppose our input here is num value is 30. So 30 will divide 30 by, okay, here num value is 30 and we'll divide num by 2, and this is completely divided. So the num value will be, so the num value will stored 15 here, because 30 will be divided by 2 and 15 will be stored into the num value. Okay, so next while loop will be executed. So 15, here we will check if 15 is completely divided by 3. If completely divided by 3, okay, if 15 is completely divided by 3, we'll divide it by 3 and store it into the num, and 3 by 15 equals to 5, and 5 will be stored into the num. So here the num value is 5. So again the while loop will be executed, and 5 percentile 5 equals to 0. Yes, 5 percentile 5 equals to 0. Then here num value will stored 1, because 5 divided by 5 and the result will be 1. So here the num value will be 1. So if 1 equals to 1, here the num value is 1 and 1 equals to 1. Yes, so if 1 is equals to 1, so then okay, so we have to declare another variable. Suppose j equals to 0. We declare this variable because we'll iterate it through the array. We have declared an array A and we'll iterate it through the array. So for that we just declared it here, and its position is 0. So if num equals to 1, so that's true. If this case arises, then a of j plus plus equals to I. Then the I value will be, so here our I value was 30, so 30 will be stored into the a of j position, that is a of 0 position. 30 will be stored into the a of 0 position and j will be increased. Okay, so if all these conditions satisfied, and at last we'll check a of n minus 1 equals to I. Okay, which numbers satisfy the conditions, the whole conditions, all of the conditions that will be stored into the array. And if the n minus 1 value in the array is equals to the I, then we will just terminate the loop. Okay, so break the loop. So here I have write n minus 1. So you know that the in array the position is count from 0. So 0 position is count first, then 1, then 2. So if we want to see the position 7, then in the array, that is position 7 minus 1, that is 6, position 6, because this is count from 0 position. That's why I have right here in minus 1. Okay, so at last we will just return the value, or return array of n minus 1, and that's it. And in the TCS NQT we have to write the whole code and execute it. In some of the competitive exam you have to write only these functions, prime factor, only these functions, but in the TCS NQT exam you have to write the whole code including the main functions and the other functions and execute it. So friends, let's run the program. Okay, it's compiling. Okay, so we'll give the input here 7. Let's see. Okay, 8. So our code is successfully compiled and it's giving the correct output. So okay friends, hope you enjoyed this video. If you like the video, then please like it and share it with your friends. If you have any questions or queries, then please write it in the comment sections. So guys, thank you for watching this video.